Today, we're going to be talking about the difference between crypto and stocks. The difference between them, crypto, I know you guys have heard of it. It's becoming very, very popular, especially as new laws get passed. And stocks, something that's been around for decades, older than probably you, your parents. And we're going to go ahead and explain the difference between the both. Let's go ahead and get in depth into it, the stack mode way. Inshallah. Let's go. So, cryptocurrency is a decentralized digital currency that operates on the blockchain technology. Okay, so decentralized means that it does not work with banks. Okay, so decentralized is its own system. Okay, so it's not like the banks. Okay, decentralized is its own system where you could send money from anywhere in any country. Okay, using the blockchain system. That's pretty much going to be crypto's quote unquote bank account version system that's used in order to send and receive transactions. Okay. So stocks represent ownership in a company, allowing shareholders to participate in its profits. So with stocks, you're pretty much a part owner with stocks. Okay. So that's the difference between stocks. Okay. So cryptocurrency, it's its own cyber bank account space. Okay. And stocks, when you're buying shares, when you're buying, shares, or you're a dividend holder, or things like that, you're pretty much becoming a shareholder and you're pretty much participating to be a shareholder in the company. So when the stock goes up, you make money too. Okay. And both offers have unique investment opportunities involved with them, and they're going to appeal to different types of investors. So crypto, it's used for a lot of just transaction sending between people between different countries. It's not that easy to send money between different countries, especially if someone's in like Africa and then some guy's in like India or something like that. The bank accounts are not going to be the same, so wire transfer might not work. Um, so what things that's going to be easily usable is going to be sending some Bitcoin, sending some USDC, sending some Ethereum. Okay. And you're going to be able to send cryptocurrency on the blockchain network to anyone in the world. Okay. Pretty much instantly. And you're going to be able to withdraw that to your bank account if you have a broker that lets you withdraw, and then you can go ahead and spend that money that way. Okay. So crypto is pretty much going to be virtual online cash. Okay. And stocks, when you're buying shares, you're participating to be a shareholder. And options, you're getting paid based off of predictions, and you can cash out options for shares as well too, if you want. Okay. And understanding their distinctions is going to help you make informed investment decisions for financial growth. Okay. So if you think a stock is going to be really good and you want to invest in its future, go ahead and buy some shares. Okay. If you're trying to send some currency from one person to another person in another country without having to go through any transfer fees or any things like that, I recommend sending some crypto. Okay. So let's talk about how crypto works. So cryptocurrencies operate on the blockchain technology, and that's a decentralized ledger. Once again, that's the online cash bank account space, is what decentralized pretty much means, that records all transactions across a network of computers. Okay. And this ensures transparency and security, as every transaction is going to be verified by multiple parties. And unlike traditional banking systems, which rely on a central authority, the blockchain allows for peer-to-peer transactions without intermediaries. Okay. So when you send money on your bank account, it has to be verified first. Okay. But on the blockchain network, it gets verified by computers just to make sure that the transaction is real, and then it's going to be sent over to the other person. Okay. Which is called the peer-to-peer transaction system. Okay. No middleman involved. One person sending bread to the other person. And that's just how it works cleanly. Okay. And that's why crypto is becoming so popular, giving power back to the people. Instead of having it, you can't really send $1 million to somebody bank account wise or PayPal wise very, very easily. Okay. But crypto gives you that power to send all your money anonymously, however you want. And each block in the chain contains a set of transactions and is linked to the previous block, creating an immutable record. Okay, so all transactions are going to be recorded. And this innovative technology is the backbone that enables cryptocurrencies to function effectively and securely in the digital economy. Okay, so cryptocurrency as well too. It kind of works like stocks. Okay, over time, you guys notice that price decides to go ahead and go up. You guys can also invest into cryptocurrency, kind of like shares. You're not going to be a shareholder, but say Bitcoin, for example, there's only 21 million available. Okay, and you can purchase to be a holder of a limited resource. Okay. So there's only a limited amount of diamonds in the world. Okay. So you're going to be able to pretty much own a limited virtual diamond. Okay. So that's what Bitcoin is. I recommend you guys getting some. Okay. Study the charts, buy the lows, and catch each sweep back up. And yeah. And let's understand how shares and ownership work for the stocks world. Okay, you guys know how much I do love stocks as well. Okay, stocks represent ownership in a company, and that allows shareholders to benefit from its growth. So, say Nvidia, for example, it's really been popping. It's been doing well within the AI world. Okay, and it's been really just innovating technology constantly. And due to that fact, the company has just been growing. And what correlates to that is the stock has been growing. Okay. So when you own shares and the stock price increases, say a stock price increases from 150 to 180, okay, then from there, you're going to go ahead and be able to make profit with the company. So as the company profits, gets bigger, grows, and the share value grows, you get to make some money too, depending on how many shares you have. Okay, the more shares you have, then the more percentage of the company that you're going to be able to participate the growth of. Okay, and when you buy shares, you own a portion of that company, and you can influence decisions through voting rights. Stocks can also provide dividends, which are profit distributions to shareholders. Okay, so when you guys see billionaires, people aren't billionaires. They don't got billionaires just $1 billion sitting in the Chase bank account. It's not $1 billion sitting in the PayPal. It's not $1 billion sitting in Wells Fargo. Okay, they're billionaires based off their stock share value most of the time. Okay, or oil, some type of resource, some type of company share value is really what depicts their economic value and net worth on that type of large scale. Okay, so don't be fooled thinking that people are walking around with $1 million in cash. No, they are basing that net worth based off of their stock or share ownership value. Okay, and understand how stock works is going to be just crucial for investing. Understanding what you're actually looking at in the news, how the world works, and you're going to be able to make a lot of money by just pretty much not being oblivious. Okay, so pay attention to things that matter. Okay, start focusing on God, start working on your spirit, work on your body, work on your relationship. Okay, focus in life and don't get lost. And understand how yourself works as well too. Okay, before you get into trading, really, it's going to be a big journey and a great mirror, and you're really going to learn a lot about yourself. And it involves analyzing market trends, financial health, and overall economic factors that may affect share prices. Okay, so when certain things are happening, say a stock has some good news coming out, you guys know how to read break and retest. You're going to know, okay, good news, break and retest. Let me go ahead and get in, and you can make some money based off of it and afford decisions, inshallah. Okay, so comparing ownership, regulation, and trading hours. Okay, so trading hours with stocks. Okay, stocks, the trading hours are going to go ahead and be between 9:30 a.m. Eastern time to 4 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, so that's going to go ahead and be the trading hours as far as the day trading hours. Futures are going to be open between Monday through Saturday. Well, no, not Saturday. Monday through Friday, and then they reopen on Sunday. So it's open 6 days a week, no market on Saturday. My apologies. And then we're gonna have crypto. Okay. Crypto is gonna be 24/7. It's always moving, it's always running. There's always gonna be a trade you're gonna be able to get into. Okay. So crypto is less regulated globally, but there are brokers that do have some regulated sources, Coinbase, other brokers like that, etc. But stocks are heavily regulated by authorities. You're going to be able to instantly withdraw your money and stuff like that with the card. Crypto's trying to catch up as long as these laws keep getting passed, inshallah. But for the most part, stocks are going to be a lot more regulated as of now. This is recording 2025. And compliance is mandatory for stock exchanges. Okay, they have to get legal jurisdiction in order to make sure that you could trade stocks. Okay, crypto, you can start any broker, even if you're just an individual. Okay, so once again, it's less regulated, more susceptible to just freeness. Okay, not saying it's a scam because there's times I withdraw on unregulated brokers all the time, but stocks, you know, you're going to get your money. There's also things in place, government things in place. Let's say Webull, for example, I believe they hold about $2.5 million of your money. So if you have $2.5 million in your Webull and Webull shuts down, you'll get your money back if you have that or less. Okay, and that increases as the company grows, usually, inshallah. Okay, so yeah, stocks represent partial ownership in a company. And as far as the coin um, ownership for crypto coins, okay, that's your individual online virtual cash. Okay, think of it as that. Okay, and let's talk about the risk and volatility in crypto and stocks, the difference between them. Okay, let's talk about the crypto market fluctuations. The crypto market is known for its extreme volatility, with prices capable of swinging dramatically in short periods. Investors can face substantial risk due to market speculation and regulatory news affecting the values. Okay, don't let that scare you though. No risk, no reward. As you guys can see, crypto's been pumping. Okay, if you're trying to get rich in this world, you got to be ready to take risk. You can't just be scared of every little thing, because the people who aren't scared are definitely up and are definitely rolling in profits. Okay, and alhamdulillah, I'm happy to be up on crypto myself. Okay, so I want you guys to be up. I want you guys to be successful. So just because something is more risky doesn't mean that you have to run from it. Okay, a lot of things have risk to it, but could have some benefit in the long run. Just play it out and see what God has planned for you. Okay, and let's talk about the stock market stability. Okay, in contrast, the stock market tends to be more stable. Okay, that's because it's also more regulated. There's more specific times. Okay, and just like in my technical videos, there's going to be a lot of more manipulation, I'll say, within the stock market. 9:30 a.m. Eastern time is going to be a significant time when the stock market opens for options traders. So it's when a lot of volume rushes in, and you can do a lot of level predictions and stuff like that on stocks that I show you guys. So while stocks can fluctuate, they're generally less susceptible to drastic changes, and thanks to established regulations and investor sentiment tied to the company performance. Okay, and it's also going to be related to the news, which you can check on forexfactory.com and stuff like that. So news affects really both of them, such as the CPI, PPI, and a lot of just United States reports. Okay, and let's talk about the long-term versus short-term risk. Investors in crypto often face short-term risk due to rapid price changes. Okay, but that doesn't mean it's all bad. That could actually mean really, really good profits. Okay, because crypto just pumps. So if you're in a good setup, a good brick and retest setup, something that makes sense, you could really just be rolling in some profits pretty easily. Okay, so in contrast, stock investments may entail long-term risk related to economic downturns and company-specific troubles impacting the market performance. Okay, so stocks, when the economy is really doing bad, or once again there's bad news or something like that, you're going to see that in stocks. But when market is right in stocks, everything is going to pretty much move at once. Okay, and you're going to notice that about crypto. Market moves together in both realms, but there's of course going to be sometimes some things at all-time highs and some things at a low. Okay, and diversification strategies, I recommend just using crypto as a savings account in order to compound interest, and not even interest, in order to really just trade money just quicker. Okay, because it's not interest, especially if you're a Muslim. Okay, it's haram. So putting your money in Bitcoin is going to be a halal way in order to trade our money cleanly and still be getting money and getting profit over the years. Okay, if God wills. Okay, so diversifying across both crypto. Say you're using stocks to really pay yourself, pay for your bills, pay for your whatever. Okay, more immediate, quick profits. Once again, you can connect your card, do instant withdrawals. It's a lot more regulated, and then you could use crypto as more of like a aggressive savings. Okay, and by including a mix of assets, like a lot of people do, investors can balance potential rewards while reducing the impact of volatility in any single market. Okay, so while crypto's pumping, you could be sitting on cash in your options or stocks portfolio, and then you can go ahead and take that, and boom, you'll be able to maybe like 10x both portfolios by just playing it safe, and you know you're making money constantly. Okay, like pretty much 24/7. Okay, inshallah. So investment opportunities. Okay. Both crypto and stocks offer unique investment opportunities. Okay. While stocks provide dividends, cryptocurrencies can experience rapid appreciation quickly. You can just start, you can get in some crypto, boom, it pumps, you make some bread. That doesn't mean just getting anything on the block. Make sure you're reading the charts, but drawing investors in is going to be something that's also that affects how quickly the price moves. Okay, so as trading becomes more popular, price will move quicker. Okay, because more volume is going to get in. Okay, so make sure you guys are just being safe, understanding how trading works, and just working on your discipline, not being hard on yourself. Okay, and the technological innovation, and understand that cryptocurrencies promote technological innovation through the blockchain technology, which is once again like an online virtual bank account system that works in crypto space. Okay, and it's going to offer a lot of new solutions for transactions, like sending $1 million to somebody in India if you were in like England. Okay, it's not easy to do that through PayPal or stuff like that. Okay, so and stocks enable investment in companies that drive innovation across various industries. Okay, so if you believe in a stock, I've done some really nice flips with stocks as well, alhamdulillah. Then you can go ahead and get in, catch it at the lows, catch a nice sweep up, or short it, do whatever you want to do, make some profit off of that. Okay, portfolio diversification, once again, is going to be really, really nice. I recommend investing in crypto and stocks. Don't limit yourself. That doesn't mean trade everything, but once again, you can use crypto as more of an aggressive savings. Use your stocks portfolio to really pay yourself, pay your bills, and use that as a more supplemental income via options, futures, or whatever. Okay, you guys can just keep grinding. Okay, may Allah bless you guys. I love you guys so much. Keep grinding. Stay prayed up to God. Don't ever give up. Keep believing in God. Keep believing in your dreams. Don't give up. Don't let anyone break you down. And understand that if you have in your soul to invest, stay down. Okay? Stop buying all the nonsense. It's time to stop buying clothes. Time to stop buying jewelry. Time to stop buying the bottles. Time to stop buying the substances. Time to stop buying the unnecessary expenses. Okay? And time to stop buying the liabilities. And it's time to invest our money into assets. Okay? Let's stay down for a bit. Let's get in stack mode. All right. I love you guys so much. Stay prayed up to God. Keep grinding. Peace.